Toshiba's TR200 series of SATA SSDs are fast, reliable, and competitively priced. They're also the first retail SSD featuring Toshiba's 64-layer TLC 3D flash for both lower power and cost savings while maintaining top-end SATA SSD performance. The TR200 is available in capacities from 240 to 960 gigabytes and comes with a 3-year warranty, so click the sponsor link in the description to learn more.
Excellent!
Hey guys, I am traveling, so this is a travel video. There's not going to be a whole lot of technology, so just wanted to point that out right up front. We're now in Japan, and it was actually a little bit challenging to get here. We left on a Friday morning. First issue was my fault. I completely missed the time. I thought we were leaving at 1, we were actually leaving more at noon. Then we had to drive to the airport. We were already an hour later than we intended to be, and we got there and lot C at LAX was full. That's crazy. It never happens. So we had to go over to the parking spot. Parking spot was full except for the valet, so we ended up parking at the valet, which is like 25 bucks a day. So that kind of sucked. Then we got our boarding passes. My seat was reserved, but my wife's for some reason was not, even though I had done it on the website. So I had to go up to the counter to get her seat assigned, and then they gave us 2 different seats, but then I asked if they could seat us next to each other, and they ended up putting us in an exit row. And that was actually kind of nice because we had lots of leg room for the rest of the flight. After we arrived to Tokyo at Narita Airport, we went and got our JR passes because we had pre-bought those back in the States. Those are good for the JR rails that go all over the country, and then we were able to use that to get on the Narita Express, and the Narita Express goes into actual Tokyo. We actually went past Tokyo to Shinagawa, and then in Shinagawa we got on the Shinkansen, which is the bullet train, which is a really cool experience, except we got on the wrong one. Fortunately, we were just able to go up 1 stop, and then we got off and waited 1 more train and then got back on. The trains here in Japan are incredibly on time and efficient, and they're just that you can set your watch by the schedule. So after that, we finally got to Kyoto about 10 o'clock at night, grabbed a taxi, and went up to Gion, where we're actually staying in that neighborhood. Went and got some ramen real quick, and then we just knocked out. And today is our first full day of actually touring around Kyoto. So we started off at the Shion Inn, which is a collection of soaring buildings and spacious courtyards. It's a Buddhist temple, basically. It was very beautiful. They had massive shrines. They're actually doing some construction there right now, so we couldn't see the main temple itself because there's a bunch of steel framework going up and a big crane and stuff like that. But just when you enter, you see the Sanmon Temple Gate, which is the largest temple gate in Japan. That was very large and impressive. And for our time in Kyoto, we're planning on just doing some cultural experiences. We like going and visiting shrines and that kind of thing. And then we're going to move on from here to Osaka, hopefully get lots of really good food, and then we're going to end in Tokyo. And if you're wondering where we are now, it's called the Shorin Inn. You can kind of see it back there behind me. It's a smaller temple, and there's some really cool gardens on the ground, so we've been wandering around here. I really appreciate a lot of the carpentry, like all the woodwork and stuff that's done here in Japan. I feel like they are very meticulous about it, very precise, and it's always very beautiful and pleasing to the eye. So we're going to walk back down the hill and move on to our next destination. This guy just did a flyby on me. This guy's really, whoa, no. I'm afraid. There's a big old beak on that guy. This is the path. I have to walk down the path there, but he dive bombed me 3 times. After I turned off the camera a second ago. I'm a little worried, but I'm gonna make a run for it here and try to get past this raven or crow or whatever it is. Is he following me? No. Is he? Okay. Bye. Thank you for guarding that tree. I think he's guarding that tree. It's a very important big tree. We're taking a break and eating ice cream. I got chocolate and vanilla.
It's dripping.
And Diana got green tea. We're now at Ginkakuji Temple, which is a Zen temple and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And these are really cool sand sculptures. How the heck do they make the sides of this so smooth? It's just a pile of sand, it should turn into a volcano or something. This is called a Ginshadan sand layout. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. We're currently walking down the philosopher's path. I just don't know what to think. You shouldn't walk the philosopher's path every day, but it's okay every now and then. You should always be very careful when walking the philosopher's path. We've switched from visiting temples over to eating. Starting with gyoza. Got some crispy chicken here too. We had to get more gyoza because it's really good. Look how thin and light the wrapper is. It's so thin and light. A little sauce there.
So we're here because the desk attendant recommended it to us when we were looking for a spot to eat last night. and he recommended Kyoto. So here we are with 2 orders of it so far.
Look at my wife addressing the camera directly. I'm so proud. There's a river. It is magic hour in Kyoto, the evenings, and we're gonna wander the streets a little bit, see if we can find some more places to eat and enjoy, I guess, the nightlife? I don't know what to call this. So the district that we're in right now, there are geishas, actual real-life geishas doing geisha things, and this sign is letting you know, don't touch them. You're not allowed to touch the geishas. The man could lose his hand for less, or for touching the geisha, I don't know. I guess you're not supposed to take selfies with them, you're not supposed to litter on them or drop ice cubes on them, don't offer them cheeseburgers, and definitely don't smoke in front of them. Very good advice. They even have cones. Caution, geisha zone. Where are the geishas though? Can't find them. This is chocolate gâteau cake, which means it's a chocolate cat. I think they got vanilla ice cream. Large orange torii gate. We're now at Fushimi Inari Taisha. It is a Shinto shrine. It's very big and orange. There's big orange torii gates everywhere.
With seemingly endless arcades of vermilion torii gates spread across a thickly wooded mountain, this vast shrine complex is a world unto its own. It is, quite simply, one of the most impressive and memorable sights in all of Kyoto. The entire complex, consisting of 5 shrines, sprawls across the wooded slopes of Inari-san. A pathway wanders 4 kilometers up the mountainside and is lined with dozens of atmospheric sub-shrines. Fushimi Inari was dedicated to the gods of rice and sake by the Hata family in the 8th century. As the role of agriculture diminished, deities were enrolled to ensure prosperity in business. Nowadays, the shrine is one of Japan's most popular and is a head shrine for some 40,000 Inari shrines spread the length and breadth of the country. As you explore the shrine, you will come across hundreds of stone foxes. The fox is considered the messenger of Inari, the god of cereals, and the stone foxes too are often referred to as Inari. The key often seen in the fox's mouth is for the rice granary. On an incidental note, the Japanese traditionally see the fox as a sacred, somewhat mysterious figure capable of possessing humans. The favorite point of entry is under the fingernails. The walk around the upper precincts of the shrine is a pleasant day hike. It also makes for a very eerie stroll in the late afternoon and early evening when the various graveyards and miniature shrines along the path take on a mysterious air. It's best to go with a friend at this time.
Alright, so we're gonna get possessed by a fox, we're gonna have some sake and some cereal. So I know not much at all about Shintoism, but the one thing that you can watch if you do come here, especially on a crowded day like today, is everyone attempting to get pictures by themselves with no one in the background. You just have to sit and wait for the right time for the crowds to go by. Or if you crop people like those people behind me right now, look, you can't see them anymore. My head's in the way. Good thinking. Look, little mini torii gates. So tiny. And these foxes over here have bibs on. They're probably getting ready for dinner. So you gotta go up the steps, go up higher, get some altitude, do some exercise that not everyone's willing to do. Then you can find the areas where, oh, there's still people. It's okay though. There are a lot of steps, but there's supposed to be a nice view at the top. Oh, sorry, I can hide. Got in someone's picture. Anyway, if you're planning on doing this, it's a real nice workout, but make sure you've gotten in shape a little bit, I guess. Diana's doing good. If you make it to the top, you get ice cream afterwards. I got vanilla. Yay. Technically, this isn't the highest spot, but this is the spot with the best view. So, there's Kyoto behind us.
And on the other side of us is Disneyland. Just kidding. We just mean it's crowded.
Yeah. Okay, I think it's time for lunch. Tempura. Look how crispy it is. Look at all the nooks and crannies. Look at that. What is that, a lemon?
Bamboo.
Bamboo, wow. This is the Kiyomizu-dera, which is a Buddhist temple. It's being restored. So there's not much to see there. Although there's a very beautiful view out to the city of Tokyo there. Did I say Tokyo? This is Kyoto. What am I talking about? We found some pretty flowers. Look at these. How about that one? One's purple. Most of these are blue. But this one's purple. Well, we just left Kyoto and now we're on the Shinkansen bullet train to Osaka. Also, we're very tired.
And cranky. No, I'm not wearing makeup.
We made it to Osaka, which is really good because we were able to shower and now we don't feel like dying anymore. They also upgraded our room and we got a nice view. But for now, we're gonna go eat food because that's what we're supposed to do in Osaka. At last we have discovered sushi. I'm so excited. I'm really so excited right now. Okay, I'm gonna put the camera down and eat. You can get medium fat tuna, or like super fat tuna. Fat grade 2. I could die right now. It'll be fine. Finally, the fattiest of the fat. We're done eating sushi. It was really good. In case you guys wonder where we went, it's called Sake Sushi Tamayamachi, and it's in the Dotonbori district of Osaka.
And it's got no English characters on the outside,
yeah.
So you kind of just need to trust your Google map that you're in front of it.
It's on Google Maps. We found it on TripAdvisor. It was really good. It was only about like a little over $50 for both of us to eat all that sushi, and I had a beer. We're gonna go shopping now, and then we're gonna get dessert. That must be some bomb-ass ramen. The line goes all the way down there. It's raining, so we're gonna go get breakfast. First stop is at a place called Mikasadeko, and they've already impressed us by putting a little kitty in my latte. Latte kitty. These are ricotta pancakes, and they're insanely fluffy. They're good? Mine's not quite as fluffy as Diana's, but it's still very pretty, and it has apples. So. My face looks red because I'm under an umbrella. So Mikasadeko Cafe was very good. A little on the expensive side. It was about $32 for that meal, which is a couple coffees and 2 plates of pancakes. But amazing pancakes. Like if you're gonna pay $30 for pancakes, they better be damn good, and they were. Only like an hour since we had breakfast, but now we're getting ramen. Ichiran. This is the place that had the massive line outside last night. So we've come a little bit early to make sure we can get in. This is how you order your food at the very beginning. How about the beer though? How about a beer? Right. Noodle refill. You get to sit in a little booth here.
Do you want it strong, medium, or light? I'm gonna go with medium. Richness, I will do rich. Garlic, medium.
Ah, my beer has arrived. If you order extra noodles, they give it to you in the middle of eating your soup.
When you're ready for your refill, you put this little sensor on this, and then they know to bring you your extra noodles.
Diana's already getting extra noodles. I've still barely touched mine. It's the ramen place we just ate at. And that is the line now. Lunch rush is already piling up. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. By popular request, we're going into a cat cafe. 60 minutes for 1,200 yen. It's about 12 bucks an hour. Hang out with cats. What could be better? We're just paying. We're only paying. This is the counter where you pay. We may have eaten too much food yesterday, so today we are trying something new, a little more sightseeing. We're taking the subway and now the Shinkansen bullet train over to see Himeji Castle. So Himeji Castle was built at a cost of 500 production units and has been providing Japan with a boost to culture, a couple engineering points, as well as a 15% combat bonus to troops in friendly territory since the early 14th century. Upon arriving at the train station in Himeji, you'll actually be able to see the castle all the way down the main street, which leads all the way from the train station up to the castle. So you can take the walk, it's maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and then once you get here, it's about 1,000 yen to take the tour, walk around inside, and that's about $10 US. I thought it was a pretty cool experience because the interior is built mostly of wood. It's made out of wood, rock, plaster. It's painted white on the outside. It's got gray roof tiles everywhere. And it's just beautiful. My wife was saying there's really no bad angle to take a picture or video of this castle from. So you'll definitely be happy if you come and take a look. You do have to take your shoes off to take the tour and walk around inside. There are some very steep staircases and slippery socks on your feet, so watch your head. There's also some low rises that you got to deal with, but you can get yourself all the way up to the top, and you can see some pretty cool things like the design that they've made so they can protect the castle from attackers from any different angle, racks where they would store weapons so they could have easy access to them, and of course some helpful plaques along the way so you can sort of read on some of the history. For instance, this has been restored multiple times since it was originally built out of, like, one of the main pillars was built out of one massive tree that started to rot at the bottom, so they had to fix that up. Last time that they fixed it up was about 50 years ago, and I believe that is an important historical period in Japan known as the Himeji Restoration. Yes, I just made a historical Japanese pun. Bye. So Himeji Castle is built up on a hill, which makes sense because it's a defensive position. It was originally a fort, and also it means if you hike up all the way to the top, you're going to get an amazing view, 360-degree view of the city, if you're willing to look through some wires that they have up there for people's protection. And then if you're willing to pay 40 yen more on top of your ticket, you can come here to these lovely gardens, which are right next to it. It's not much of a view of the castle up above, but there are some big old fish and pretty flowers, and there's also a praying mantis that attacked me. Oh God. We are now headed away from Osaka, so thank you, Osaka. We're very full and the food is delicious. We're now headed to Tokyo on the Shinkansen, and we got like a day and a half left, but some cool stuff planned in Tokyo. Heading down this magical looking street to our first major destination in Tokyo, or at least just outside of Tokyo. I think you guys will like it. Hello. Thank you.
Surprise!
What is this place? I'm so confused already. This is the staging area. This is where the actual show is going to happen. But right now, we're in the pre-show, sell the audience a bunch of stuff mode, like popcorn or more drinks or whatever the heck else you want to buy. The robot restaurant experience last night was pretty intense, pretty crazy, so we thought today we'd settle things down a little bit and drive go-karts around Tokyo. Totally safe. This is Maricar. It's been recommended to us by just about everyone who we've tweeted about this trip so far. They're actual go-karts. We're actually driving them. And if you want to do this, you're definitely going to need an international driver's license, which actually isn't too hard to get. You just got to go to AAA and have a valid driver's license. AAA is the only place that they will accept the international driver's license from, so bear that in mind. We forget exactly how much it costs at AAA, but it's like 20 bucks for the service fee to do that. And then you also need to bring them like a picture like you'd have in a passport. And then you get your international driver's license. Any costumes to choose from. Diana got a princess crown. Camera while we're driving, so you're mostly relying on the GoPro. Having a lovely time, just turn around Shibuya. Alright guys, this is it. I am back at Narita. I'm actually leaving here to go to Taipei to cover Computex. My wife is going to be leaving in a few hours to go back home to LA and greet the dogs, who are probably pretty anxious to see us. On behalf of myself and my wife though, to everyone who we met here in Japan, arigatou gozaimasu. We had a wonderful time. I'm sorry if I've been trying to pronounce that properly this entire time we're here, but it was an amazing trip. If you guys have a chance to come to Japan, I really recommend it because it's an amazing country. Amazing food, amazing people, so much history, and all kinds of other stuff too. Thank you guys for watching this video though. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. I will be back soon with more regular coverage. I'm assuming the Computex stuff is finished. I hope that all went smooth, but that's all for this one guys. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.